and then we played the talent show.
And we killed.
We took first place.
Fucking killed.
Took that lunch money, bitches.
Oh my god. Gin and tonics, bro. Awesome. How's it going?
It's going great.
Awesome.
Gin and tonics.
Just like when we were kids.
That's right. Let's go back to when we were kids for a second.
Okay.
So we can't start any kind of oral history of the Uninvited without first starting like with what we were doing as kids and how that kind of started there. The funkiest part is that there you were 14 years old.
Yeah.
And most kids at 14, they're buying their first Kiss album.
Yeah.
All right. They're trying to score that first makeout session. And you go and get the banjo and start playing banjo. What's up with that?
What is up with that? Okay, so do you remember we lived in El Cajon and Dad had that long neck banjo?
Yes.
Yes.
The Vega
long neck banjo. And do you remember when he was playing and we would sing in the living room?
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
remember Fox went out on a windy
Fox
night?
went out on a chilly night. Prayed for the moon, but to give him light. Many miles. Yes.
Okay, so when you're 8 years old, man, that just that drills into your head.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the 6th grade, I went to a Sam Hinton concert. Sam Hinton, he's a big folk guy, and he had a banjo. And I remembered that Dad had a banjo, and he didn't play it anymore, and it was stuck under his bed. And so I pulled that thing out, and I got into banjo that way. But I think, had it not been for the foibles of the t'other brother we don't discuss.
He who shall remain nameless.
Love you, Dave. You're the man. He was kind of an example of what not to do. Mm-hmm. And he was big into rock and roll. And so I was like, and I kind of stuck with that banjo thing. And then I totally fell in love and became obsessed, just obsessed with that instrument at a very, very young age.
I remember how obsessed you were. You would practice for hours at a time. And when you're a kid, you don't really do anything hours at a time. You're like all over the place, but you would like sit in the room and you would practice that banjo for hours. And then came the day, you were like 14 years old, and you said to me, hey, we're going to play in the talent show in a couple of weeks. I want to win it. You need to learn to play the mandolin so you can play in my band and help me win the talent show.
Yes, exactly.
And I had no idea what a mandolin was. I was kind of doing the whole musical instrument searching thing. I tried the piano, the recorder.
The
recorder.
There's a rock instrument.
Seriously. And so you're like, this is what a mandolin sounds like. You should learn to play it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll learn to play the mandolin.
And what was cool and what was fascinating about that is that you didn't have a mandolin teacher. Nobody played mandolin. It's freaking Escondido. No teacher. So it was just a pile of Bill Monroe records.
Yeah, Pete Seeger.
And Pete Seeger.
Yeah, there was a Pete Seeger record, and there was one track on it that had mandolin on it. Yeah. And you're like, that's what a mandolin sounds like, and that was the one song I learned to play. And then, I got a lesson from Woody Zool.
Yeah.
And then...
And a Mel Bay chord book.
A Mel Bay chord book. Yes.
Yeah, you remember Mel Bay?
I remember Mel Bay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and then we played the talent show.
And we killed.
We took first place.
Fucking killed.
Took that lunch money, bitches.
Oh my god, yeah. And that was heady stuff.
That was heady stuff. Talent show was a big deal back then. Mm-hmm.